Happy Sunday, it's Magali again. I'm gonna try a new recipe. I'm gonna try to make minestrone in my pressure cooker XL today. I got a recipe on Pinterest, but it's for the Instant Pot. But of course I don't have the Instant Pot, I have the pressure cooker XL, so I need to kind of improvise. I didn't buy the canned tomatoes, actually using some fresh tomatoes there. I used about 5-6 Roma tomatoes, I just diced them up there. I got some cannellini beans. I got some vegetable broth. This is about 4 cups of vegetable broth, so I think I have 4 cans there. I got my elbow pasta of basil leaves, oregano. I have here some chopped celery and carrots and some red onions and our salt and pepper, sea salt and my pepper. So, and of course some garlic and olive oil. So first it's asking me to saute the oil with the veggies and the garlic into my power pressure cooker, which I'm gonna, or pressure cooker, right? But the one I'm using is this. What I'm doing first is I put my, I put the timer to chicken so I can kind of heat up in there, since I'm gonna kind of cook it up and put it in there. So I'll start doing that in a bit. So I threw in my onions, my celery, my tomatoes, the celery, carrots, onions, and some garlic and some olive oil. It says to kind of saute it until soft. So again, this is kind of what I like about the pressure cooker, is that it has like a pot that you can kind of do everything in there before you add everything and add the lid and have everything kind of power cook there. So it's really interesting. I really like that. So you don't have to use so many pots. You just use one thing, cook it, and if you're done, you take it out. You don't need to have it pressure cooked or anything. But so again, I'm trying to make minestrone. So we'll see when this softens up. We'll put the next steps in there. Okay, it's coming out nicely. It's sauteing here, so that's good. Sorry about the smoke there. So what that's going on too, aside from 31 Totes, like I mentioned that I also do consultant for on the side, I also buy products from other direct sales companies. So of course, got your Pampered Chef, and I do love these strainers. So I have the cannelli beans that I have to use. You say you could use white beans also, but I'm gonna go ahead and drain it using my, I don't know what this is called, but it's Pampered Chef, and it's just like a drainer, so I kind of like that. But I'm going to drain my beans, and I'm going to check back on my sauteed veggies here, and I'm going to add some salt and pepper and my basil leaves and oregano to that in a little bit. Okay, I added some oregano and some basil leaves and salt and pepper. Getting nice and soft here. It's been a few minutes now. Now the next thing is I'm going to add my tomatoes. Let's get some fresh tomatoes in there for this minestrone. Again, I'm just trying a recipe. I'm trying to kind of translate it for my version. I think I'm going to just throw some little more salt and pepper in there just to give it some flavor, because you always got to capture that, right? So let me just kind of do that. Always kind of hard to be one-handed here, but this is some sea salt. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have that. See the tangerines from our tree there? Okay, so throw that in there. I just move a little bit, but okay. So throwing in actually this is just 2 cans of broth, but it's like, I think I'm gonna throw 1 more can in there just to make it soupy, so we can have enough for the family. I'll be right back as I open that up. Okay, so kind of tasted the flavor a little bit and needed some more stuff, so we added some garlic powder, and we're checking it just for taste. So checking it out. More salt. Okay, so with everything you gotta kind of taste test. I'm terrible at portions and tastings and stuff. So, but we added some more regular salt this time. We didn't do sea salt, we just the regular salt. And then added a lot more basil. So now it's got some good flavor. And like I said, we also added some garlic powder. So now I'm going to go ahead and put in a bag of elbow pasta in there. I'm going to put it underneath now. And the beans that I drained, per the recipe, I don't add them until afterwards. So since they're already cooked, they don't need to get cooked. So this is a soup, so that's how I want it to be. So I'm going to go ahead and select, I'm going to do risotto. Just because, we do 6 minutes. We'll see, because actually I did the mac and cheese, and I think 10 minutes is too much. So I'm going to try 6 minutes. Make sure this is at the valve. Remember, it needs to be here so the pressure can build. And once it reaches temperature, it's locked. It should start counting down, and we'll see if it's done in 6 minutes once it reaches pressure. Okay, it's probably been like a few minutes. Still hasn't reached pressure yet, so it's still trying to get there. But while that's going on, I'm washing dishes, putting things away. So, but it's good. It's using time wisely, right? So that's what I like about the pressure cooker. So just gotta wait, and hopefully once it hits temperature, 6 minutes, right? Okay, so it's starting to get to pressure. Oh, okay, you heard that, right? Well, so I guess what's going on is because there's a lot of liquid in there, I did put some vegetable broth and some water that, you know, takes a little bit longer for the water to heat up to help it get to pressure. So it did take a while, maybe what, 8-10 minutes or so. But, so now it's starting to do its thing, and pretty soon we should start seeing the countdown once it reaches that. Oh. All right, there it goes. 6 minutes, and we'll see if we got my pastas cooked. We'll check that out, see how the soup comes out. All the flavors should be infused, and hoping it's delicious. So we shall see. Okay, got about a minute left. Once it's ready, then I need to add my beans and mix them up some more. So we'll see how that comes up, but it's coming along here. Just kind of prepare it here so I'm ready to release the pressure, and then take that lid off. And again, once it's ready, then I have to release the pressure valve here and let all the steam come out. And once it's all calm, then I can take off the lid. But I haven't tried, but according to the company, it won't let you take off the lid until there's no pressure, so because it's locked. So okay, so you heard it beep off. So we're gonna go ahead, and it's in the warm status now, which is kind of nice. Okay, so here we go. Let me do that. I'm gonna just kind of cover it there, and we'll wait till that's calmed down. It smells great though. I can smell it already. Okay, it's starting to decrease the steam. It's starting to come out. And I'll be able to take off this lid in a little bit. See how that looks. I could smell it already. It smells good to me. So. Okay, it's done. I'm gonna go ahead and take off my lid. Take this off. Oof. Alright, let's see if my pasta's cooked. Let's check this out. Ooh, check in here. Okay. I'm gonna throw the beans in there now. See how that comes along. Everything looks cooked, so it's a can of cannellini beans. Can't say it. Or you can use white kidney beans, I guess. Alright. So I'm gonna put this out in a little bowl and see what it tastes like. I did get some grated, or not grated, I guess mozzarella cheese to kind of put on top, so see.